No, the bands, it is connected to this.
Audible, Ada? Too much voice, huh? Manageable, no? Even it's my first class with mic. So adjust. Online able to hear, Ada? Audible, visible? Nice. Okay. Fans are not working, huh? Is that working? It's not working. Okay. Online able to see here. Is everything working fine? Done. Okay. If people concentrate. Okay. Okay. Yes, people will start. CA foundation, huh? Yes. How many subjects are done? Almost everything is done. Accounts is pending. These are done. Maths is done. Accounts is done. Economics. Okay, maths is yet to be done. Okay, done. So, my name is Sai people. So, I'll be handling your law part. So, whatever you guys have 100 marks, BCK I'll not be taking. I'll be taking your, that is English I'll not be handling. I'll be taking your law part. The 60 marks I'll be covering. Yes, people. So, my name is Sai. If you guys have any doubt, do not carry forward. Do not wait to ask the question after the class and all. Whatever is the doubt, no matter how simple it is, ask it here, get it clarified here, and then only we'll go forward. And once we are done with like a day or two, we'll be starting with something like assignments and all. I'll be sending you questions, like probably 2 or 3 questions in a day. Make sure you guys write and come. Yes. So, based on why are you guys here? Da? You guys want to pass? You want to pass? Or it's okay, just want to try. No matter what you want to pass, then listen to what I say, you will pass. Yes, sir. Or you're like, okay, sir, I just want to try, that's why I'm here, then I'll not even touch you. You just go back, you do what you want. As long as you do not disturb my class, I'm absolutely fine. Getting the point, huh? But if you guys want to pass, make sure whatever I tell you guys to do it. If at all there are any assignments, make sure you write and come. Based on our analysis, every week you will be, I believe the tests and all have started. So based on our analysis, whoever are scoring the maximum in the tests are also outperforming in your exams as well. So it's like there is nothing like you do not have to reinvent the wheel. It is already done. The theory is proven. What is it? If you guys are writing the exams, why writing people? For 2 reasons. One, you will get a knack of presenting your answers. How to present? That's a major key point. The second thing is, instead of getting to know types of questions in the exam hall, you will get to know what are the types of questions here only. If you guys answer, if you guys know it, it's fine. If you guys do not know it, see, end of the day, there is nothing to lose. You guys are here to learn. If you guys go wrong, that's the reason you are here. If not, you wouldn't have come. Correct, huh? Yes or no? Okay. And the second thing, people, make sure you guys are regular. I'll tell you one thing. I believe they would have told you. You guys have recorded videos, access and all. They have told. Is there any classes you guys have missed in between? Like not my. I've started my subject now, but any other subject. Have you missed in between? But have you watched all the classes? Are there any pending videos you guys need to watch? There are pending videos. That's the beauty of recorded videos. You'll never watch. Yeah, see, there is one thing. It is given as just like mobile people. It's a given like an advantage to you, but it depends on how you use it. Based on my if at all I've seen my previous batches, the one thing in common I see, once the recorded videos are given, you feel even if I miss, I have the videos to watch, so nothing to worry. But actually what happens, it just stays there, it will stay there, it is going to stay there. The reason is, every day your classes here will be jam-packed. You know the timings. Correct? I believe 4:15 to 8:30, 8:45. So 4:15 to 8:45, you know your classes are already jam-packed. Now, once you go home, you will not have that interest, or you're done for the day. You cannot watch the videos again. Do you guys have classes on Saturday also? So one Sunday is off. If I want to give. You take now what you want, you take. Yes, sir. But one thing I'll tell you, with faculties coming, make sure you guys finish the syllabus as early as possible. Yes, sir. Now I'll tell you, I was taking the classes in the previous class. Because I was not able to, there are some syllabus pending there. Now because this class is scheduled, I switched on here. Now for your batch also, I have an end date. If it doesn't get over by then, I'll again have to switch. Oh, disappointing, huh? So it's there. So no matter who comes, if at all they're asking you to come for a day, remember in your CA journey, if you guys do it for 3 years, 4 years, you will come to class on Sundays maximum how many? Some 20 days, 30 days. Yes, now for me this is my profession. When I call you on a Sunday, I'm killing my Sunday. Why should I kill? I've already done in my life. Whatever you guys want to do, I've already done. Why should I kill my Sunday for it? It's the same for everyone coming here. Yes, do not come with a pain, always come with smile. Because if you smile and do, you will always relish whatever you're doing. Getting the point? All of you? Yes? Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So let's start your paper, law. Yes, people? So what do you guys know? Anything you guys know your what is that format, pattern, how it is, like how many marks you need, not law, like in general, CA foundation, how many marks you need to score? 40 marks. You guys have to score 40, aggregate is 50%. That is your 200. If you guys do that, you can go forward. If not, you'll have to again rewrite. That's all, no? But one thing I'll tell you, your CA foundation has, I mean, CA syllabus has come up with a new update of syllabus. Now, what is that update, people? Uh, this is going to be your last attempt. That is November 2023 is going to be your last attempt. The May 2024, whether you do it or not, you will be mandatorily writing the new syllabus. Correct? So one sincere advice for you, whatever come may, make sure you guys clear your CA foundation now. Yes, sir. The reason is nothing will change. See, one thing, law here is for 60 marks. I mean, okay, now whatever paper we are doing, 40 marks is your English, that is BCK, the 60 marks is law. In the new syllabus, the law will become 100 marks. So is law difficult? Absolutely not. Then why should we actually worry? It's not about that. The syllabus is going to be a little more. It's voluminous, it's vast. So because of that, now what you have is a very simple thing to crack or clear. It is easy to manage now. Absolutely nothing to worry. But once you guys go forward, that is when the complication will start. Now you guys are doing your best. Try to give more. Make sure this attempt works. Yes, all of you. So I believe a theory. When you see you're a student, end of the day, someday you will feel like you're bored. Take a day off. In your official language, it's called bunk. Bunk it. Absolutely fine. You're a human. You cannot sit like, I'll concentrate 365 days and all. You'll become chitty robo. You're not that. See? Yes, sir. So you're not this. You're not this mechanic robot. You're not that. You will feel tired somewhere here and there. Take a day off, but make sure whatever your responsibilities are, that is always delivered. And remember one thing, you're giving results not to us, not to your parents, but for yourself. If you clear, you're clearing. It's nothing to do with me. You clear also, I'll get the fees. You fail also, I'll get the fees. Getting the point, huh? So whatever you guys are doing, make sure it is for your own benefit. So be disciplined. Come to the class every day. Whenever you feel it's not your day, take a day off. Enjoy that day. Go out. Absolutely have fun. But come back. Next day should be the dedicated day. Do not have this fickle mind. Half outside, half inside. That won't work. Getting the point? All of you. Yeah. In the class only you will know. Everything will streamline in the class only. You can see your competitors dropping out in the class only. Now look at the strength. As and when we go by, in the first day also the same strength was there. Huh? More. Huh? That's all. That competitors are eliminated. That's all. Yes, huh? They're out of competition. That's all. Now in the class also we'll see how many of you will remain in the competition, how many will quit in between. So do not let that happen. Make sure you guys are regular. Here and there, take a day off, but the next day you're coming. One thing though for sure, you guys have to watch the previous day's video and only come. If not, you'll not understand. That's the basic concept. Clear all of you? Yes? Okay. So this particular paper it has been divided into two parts. One is BCK, one is law. The law will be for 60 marks. Yes, in 60 marks people, you have majorly 5 chapters. Chapter 1 called Indian Contract Act. Under them, you have another 6 units. Have you all got your PDF? Have they sent you something? They have not sent you? Okay. Okay, so there is something called as Indian Contract Act. Under that, there are 6 units. The next one is called as Sale of Goods Act. 4 units under that. The next one is Indian Partnership Act. 3 units under that. Companies Act LLP standalone chapters. There are no subunits under them. In terms of weightage, people will keep asking, sir, this unit, how many marks can we expect? So I've given you something called weightage here only. Your institute will stick on to this weightage. Meaning what people, now if I say Indian Contract Act, out of your 60 marks of your law, 25 to 35% will be asked from Indian Contract Act. So you can do, how much will that come to? Probably somewhere around 15 to 21. So somewhere around 15 to 21 will be asked from Indian Contract Act. From the weightage point of view, Indian Contract Act has the highest weightage. Is it clear all of you? Yes. So the same for all the other units as well. Did I prepare it? No, it is given by your institute only. So your institute will stick on to this paper pattern. Understood? Yes, all of you? Yep. Okay. Now, okay. So the classroom has certain rules, people. What is the rule there? The rule is, people, listen to me carefully. By mistake, it can be alarm tone, it can be notification, it can be a WhatsApp message tone, it can be ring, whatever. If at all any sort of noise or whatever sound comes from your phone, you guys will have to perform. Meaning you will have to sing a song or you can perform whatever you want. No harder. Why phone snatching and all? That is not at all my class. If anyone phone rings or makes noise, you will have to sing. Mandatory. No matter what. I will take phone ringing, but not singing. It is the point, huh? All of you agreed? Say yes, all of you? Pakka na. When someone's phone ring, that time don't say sar. My voice is not good. I don't know lyrics. Huh? So all that won't work. Getting the point, all of you? Yes, stick on to the rule. If you do not, that time we'll see what will happen. But don't say, sir, it was just message tone and all. If even a beep sound comes, you will sing. Yes, sir? So all of you make sure your phones are on silent Allah, general mode. We'll have to sing, right? If you keep on silent, what's the use? Yes, sir? So when you come, make sure it is on general mode. Clear? Okay. Voice is clear, Noda? Okay. Is it reduces a lot of burden. Okay, so we'll start with the law people. What is, okay, my name is Sai, I'm not a CA by profession. Then why are you here, sir? Whatever subject you are learning, for that I'm relevant, that's the reason I'm here. Yes, sir. So I've done CS and LLB. So law is my subject matter, that's the reason I'm here. Clear? Yes, sir. Okay. Now people, first of all, why law for you? Why law? Na? Control. Na? To have control. If you know law, you'll have control. I know law. What control do I have? Huh? Why law, people? Okay, why law for you? You're a CA, right? Okay. Oh, you are going to be a CA. Okay. Sir, now why law for you people? You guys are into companies or you guys will be into financials, accounts, something of this sort is your forte, taxation. Why law for you? You're CA. I'll tell you one thing, da. You drop a pin there. I can hear it. Yes, sir. Now, people, okay, why law for you? The reason is, from today's point of view, you're still in the basic level of CA. But once you guys clear your final, in every level you will have law. The reason is when you guys get into a company or when you guys start your own practice, that time when a client comes to you, you cannot just say, I know the accounting aspect. I do not know what the legal aspect is. You cannot say, I just know only this. For a reason in India, people look up to a profession called CA. No matter what, they will come to you. When they come to you, you cannot say, I do not know about that particular aspect. You should know at least something where you can, I'm not saying you're advising him, but you should be able to understand what he is trying to say. What is his problem? For understanding that, and as well, tomorrow when you are getting into a company, a director, you'll be sitting in a chamber, a director will come. He doesn't know which question to ask to whom. He will not see you're a CA. I will just have to ask you accounting aspect. So what he will do, if he has a question, he'll come to you. He'll come to your cabin. He'll ask you, what is this? In the same way, if you look at other sister professions of yours, that is cost accountancy or company secretary, the way you guys have law, they have accounts. The way you guys have cost accounting in your inter, even they have your financial accountings in their inter. So all these three professions, all three of us have all the other subjects. But for you, your proficiency will be into taxation and accountancy. For them, it will be cost accounting. For them, it will be law. But every one of you will know what the other profession is about. The reason is you are called as a professional. Is clear all of you? Yes. So the reason of this is because you guys have to know what the other profession is, or at least the basic things of something called as law. Yes. Okay. Now in India, how a law is made? How do we make law? Constitution. Constitution makes law. Then by approval of president. You'll go to president. Okay. Generally, people, once in 5 years, you would have seen your WhatsApp status recently also. You guys will go and vote. You'll give a message that I have done my duty and responsibility. What about you? One finger also will be put on that WhatsApp status. Yes. So basically what you are doing, you are electing people. They are called as MLAs, MPs. These people will go and sit in the parliament. When I say parliament, there are two houses. Together we call them as what? Legislature. What does legislature do? We have two houses. One is called as upper house. Basically there are Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. There are two houses. So in these two houses, people, your representatives, whatever your MPs are, they will go and sit. Now, what will these people do? They will debate over a topic. If it is Congress, if they submit a bill, BJP will say no. If BJP submits a bill, Congress will say no. For example, in 2009, Congress first submitted GST bill in 2009. BJP said no, we don't want GST. In 2014, BJP submitted. That time Congress said no, we don't want GST. So end of the day, there will be a debate. The other party will say no. Now people, when both the houses, if you get a majority, so in the legislature, if you guys get a majority, if all the MPs there agree, here people, whatever is you are intending to do, whatever you guys are intending to pass. So generally what happens first, there will be a committee formed. Now let us take for example, you guys know something called Constitution of India. How was Constitution of India drafted? How did we make Constitution of India? A committee will be conducted. It's like your flash is on, off. Just like this movie theater. Where is my seat? Huh? So people, in Constitution of India, what happens? People, there will be this. When Constitution of India was drafted, we formed a committee that is headed by B.R. Ambedkar. Now Ambedkar was the head of the committee. Now they do the research. They come up with something called as a draft. Yes, sir. That is called as draft. Now that draft will be introduced into legislature, meaning both the houses of parliament. Once you get a majority here, that is once the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha approves it, next people it will be given to President of India's consent. Once President of India signs it, now it is time to tell the public of the nation. So now what it will do, they will publish this particular law in a particular document. It is called as Official Gazette of India. It is also called as Gazette Notification. It's called as Official Gazette or it's called as Gazette Notification. Once anything is published in the Gazette, now it becomes a law. So how a law is made in India, this is the cycle of law. Now imagine now you have made something in law. If something has to be changed in it, you will again have to repeat the procedure again. Again it has to go to, meaning people, today's date you have made it. If something has to be changed in it, just like that you cannot take a whitener and put it and you cannot publish it. It doesn't work like that. Then you'll have to again go to parliament, take the majority, President of India, official gazette notification, then only you can change anything in the law. Getting the point, all of you? Got a fair idea? Now, whatever we're discussing, basics of law. Tomorrow, once we start, you should know at least how everything is made. Getting the point? Okay, sir, once the law is made, now what we have? Now we will have something called as, let us take, for example, let us take first chapter only. The first chapter is called as Indian Contract Act 1872. So it says Indian Contract Act 1872. What do you mean by 1872? It's the year when the act was made. So 1872, people, it was when British Raj, British India was there. Before even our parliament was there in India, this law was made. Is it relevant today? Sort of relevant. Whenever we are seeing Indian Contract Act, remember one thing, we will have to read this act in a way when it was made. Meaning people, whenever you guys have to understand certain concepts, do not sit in today's artificial intelligence generation and try to understand the concept, because the entire thing will feel, or you start feeling that it's very silly. Why is it all there? You will have to read it in a way as though you guys are living in 1872. That time what was a scenario? Based upon those scenarios a law is made. Now that becomes Indian Contract Act. So now to understand Indian Contract Act, 90% of the examples we will be seeing from post point of view. Post. For example, that time when two parties wants to communicate, you guys are living in two different places. In the same place, you guys can converse there only. If you guys are living in two different places, what was the only way you guys can communicate? The only way was post. So the entire act, not only this, the next act also, the entire examples we will be seeing, you guys have to relate it as if the post system is still existing and that is prevalent. Then everything will make sense. If you guys think, sir, WhatsApp, no sir, double tick, sir, blue comes, done, no sir, that is the case, then this will not prevail at all. So Indian Contract Act, sir, if that is the case, then why do we still have it? You guys have to read it as if the post is today's email. You have to read it, the post is today's WhatsApp. From your student life point of view, I will be teaching you from the post point of view. But when you are putting it to reality, the post becomes WhatsApp. The post becomes email. Getting the point? But if I explain you stating email example only, that will not be so, what do you say, you guys cannot feel the relevancy. You cannot feel that that is what the lawmaker is trying to tell. But if we put the post there, you can understand the concept better. Is clear, all of you? Yes. Okay. So Indian Contract Act, once the law is made in the parliament, the act will be called with a title. This is called a title. Now the title given to this is called as Indian Contract Act. Is clear, all of you? Now just the way people in your book will be divided into chapters. A subject will be divided into chapters. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. The same way law will also be divided into chapters. Let us look at an example only. Let us see the example of your Indian Contract Act itself. All of you are into what degree? What is the average age group? 17, 18, 19, huh? Okay. So you guys have colleges simultaneously? Nothing to do. You guys have colleges. You guys have? Some have, some doesn't have. Some are doing full-time CA. Okay. For people doing full-time CA, I know you guys will be serious, but make sure you are actually serious. People doing it, they'll pretend to be serious. That's all. Make sure you guys do not waste time. That's all. For people doing it along with your degree or other courses, whatever you guys are doing in the college, try to be transparent with them. Tell them that I want to do CA seriously. If at all there are any college assignments and all given, try to speak to them. If at all, is it okay if you guys do not write? If they do not listen to you, tell your parents that I want to do CA seriously. If I have to do this and that, I'll not be able to manage. See if they agree to it. The reason is, see, end of the day, whatever degrees you're doing. Now I told you I did CS and LLB. I also did BCom. I didn't even mention. I don't even mention. So once you do why, yeah. So for something which has that relevance, keep it in mind how much effort you need to put. Yeah, how much is required for you to pass? Put that effort. If you guys have 65%, you can be eligible to attend any interview. 65 is sufficient. So to score 65, whatever is required, do that. I'm not telling just leave it, bunk it, just come out of it, go home, do strike dikara. No. That is not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, manage it, but give a little more weightage to CA whenever you are stuck. That is the only way this goes forward. Yes, people? Okay. Now, can you see this Indian Contract Act? This is called as the Bare Act. Bare Act is as it is, how the lawmakers gave it to us. We are seeing it as it is. Okay. Now see, Indian Contract Act, Chapter 1. Something like communication, acceptance, revocation. What is that and all? We'll see. So the Act is classified into various parts. The part is called as chapter. Just like your subject only. Just like your whatever textbooks are. Now, if at all you guys want to know about this heading, what heading? Let us take an example. Say, for example, there is something called void contract, void agreement in chapter 2. Correct? There is something called void agreement. Now, if I want to know about void agreement, instead of searching the entire page, I know under this particular heading, I can know about void agreement. So it is easy for you to refer or read whenever you want. With that intention, they have made something called as chapters. Yes, sir. Now, sir, under chapters, if at all it is a normal book, there will be page numbers. But if it is an act, how do we refer to a particular topic? Now see, under chapter 2, you can see that there are so many topics. How do I refer to a particular topic? Now let us take, for example, there is something called as consent defined. Something called as consent defined next to 13. Now how do I refer to consent defined? we call it as sections. What do you mean by section, people? In a chapter, there are various topics. If I have to refer to a particular topic, I refer as according to section 13 of Indian Contract Act, it talks about consent. Now, for example, imagine we guys fight, we go to court. Now, when I'm trying to, convince the judge, what is my problem? I will say, Your Honor, according to the Indian Contract Act, section 13, that is my problem. So, judge does not have time. You cannot say, sir, this is my problem, sir, headache, sir. You cannot say all that. He cannot keep searching for where is that headache thing in your Indian Contract Act. You have to be very specific. You have to be more precise. You cannot waste court's time. Now, what you will have to do, you will have to quote everything relevant. That is called as section. Understood? So, section is like under that chapter, under that topic, there will be a big paragraph. That is called as section. So, when I say section 13, you will have to easily refer to that. Understood what is section? All of you. Now, it may so happen that if I open, say for example, okay, now say for example, if there is section 13, let us take for example section 13. Now section 13, sir, it's a big paragraph. Now they want to give, sub points. What do you mean by sub points? Generally you guys will do know, there will be one. Under that, if at all there are any sub classifications you need to give, you will do something like this. Correct? Or say for example, if at all you are doing something, this is one. Under that again you will start as one. Under that again you will start as like this. So you will give sub classifications. Now in law, if at all there are sub classification, how do we read it? We read it as, now section 13, the first paragraph will be called as subsection 1. Under that again, if at all there are again bifurcation, it will be referred to as clause A. Under that again, if at all there are sub classifications, the maximum we go to here is called as sub clause. So if at all there is any such, too many headings under one particular section, we read it as section 13, subsection 1, clause A, clause 1. Subclause. Understood? Yes, sir. So this is how a law is read. So try to understand the basics. All this is not there, but once we guys understand, we at least need to tell. See, passing is you will pass, but if you guys tell you know law because you have studied law, you should know law. Someone asks you what is section, you do not know how to define a section. That should not be the case. Understood? Yes, sir. Okay. Online, whatever in economics also have back. People, 1 second online. What is your questions, da? Regarding BCK, you guys are discussing. Hey, people, I'll be doing law. With regards to law, whatever you want to ask. Is clear? Understood? Okay. The basics. Okay. Now, people, let us. Okay. With this information, let us start your first chapter, first topic, Indian Contract Act 1872. Now, in the class, people, what can you expect? There is something called as this PDFs. I believe they'll be sending you a printout. If not, you guys ask for it and get it done. There is something called a PDF I'll be sending you. It's something compiled version of your ICI material only. From that only this material is also prepared, but with a little more, classification. Wherever there's a relevant topic, I would have merged it. Wherever there are important topics, I would have given you something like this. If there is any past paper exams, I would have given you a reference, something like this. Yeah, so is this sufficient, sir? How much you want? 60 out of 60 sufficient, school, read this then go, you will get 60 out of 60. Yes, sir. So, can we stick on to your material, sir? Close your eyes and stick on. You will pakka pass. Yes, sir. So you will be getting this. Ask them. I'll also put a word. By now you guys should have got a copy of it. I'll just put a word. You guys also just remind them if I forget. Yes. The next thing, people in the class will be doing something called as summary notes. Meaning whatever is the PDF I'll be sending you, that is this one. The entire one will be writing also in the class. Yeah. But basically, now this is like a little summarized version of your main material. Now, is this sufficient? It is sufficient. Now, this again will be summarizing into charts in your class. Now, if at all you guys want to revise day before the exam or when the other subject is going on, at that time, if you guys want to revise, you guys can refer to whatever you guys are going to maintain as notes now. But remember, as soon as you go home, do not read from your handwritten notes. You guys have to read from this only. The reason is this will be a very precise one. This has every information. But what we'll be writing will always be a little shortcuts, summary. If we write the entire thing, it will become one more textbook only. We need not write it, it is already printed. What we'll be writing is a summarized version of this, sufficient for you to revise whenever you want. Yes, sir. But I'm telling you, read this first time. As and when the subject is going on, as and when you go home, you guys have to read from this. Clear, all of you? And make sure you guys have a habit of finishing the subject with the teacher. If I'm done with chapter 1 today, you should also be done with chapter 1 today. Try to maintain that. If not, the syllabus will pile up on the last day. Never let that happen. In the wink of your eye, by the time you even realize, we'll be done with the law. The first day I'm telling you, what I'll tell the last day. Now only I'll tell you. The last dialogue I'll tell you is it's too late. That I'm telling you today only. You can prove me wrong, I'll be happy. When I say it's too late for what, sir? You guys will feel we should have started early. We should have started early to study. You will only feel, right? You guys realize the best. Yeah. So on the last day, you will only feel. That time I will tell, it's too late now, da, what to do. That dialogue I'm telling you today. But try to prove me wrong, I'll be the happiest soul. Clear? Okay. Just for you to give an example, how many subjects are done? That is done in the class. How many subjects are you done with? Nothing. Getting the point, huh? Wink of the eye, law will also be done. Now what happens? Nothing will pause. Nothing will pause in your life. Exams will be going on. Whatever you guys are doing, degree no, something, those exams will come. And unfortunately, this is the last attempt you have. You have to be serious. You don't have a choice. And everything will sit and come on to that October. October will become pressure cooker. That time you feel like going and hitting yourself to the wall. That time I'll say it's too late. So make sure it's a very simple journey now. If I'm done with unit 1, you also go home. Today I'll be taking banana, peeling it and giving it to your hand. If you want, I can smash and give it also. Swallowing and your job. Correct, huh? That also if I only do, then doesn't work. Yes or no? Because people, when we do everything now, the information knowledge will be fresh. For you to go and just read and understand the concept hardly will take 10 minutes time. After a week, you would have also forgotten. You will have to again learn. Then what you will do, you will re-watch the videos again. Investing more time. Not advisable. So make sure you always maintain with the pace with the teacher. Getting the point, all of you. Common mistakes done. I tell for every batch, they also say yes only. Okay. Done now. Okay. So we saw what is section, what is subsection and all that. So with that, we'll start your first unit. The first unit is called as nature of contract. Unit 1, nature of contract. Okay. Now, first of all, people, what is this contract, people? Heard of it, huh? What do you mean by contract, people? What is contract? agreement made by? Agreement made and imposed by law. Enforced by law. Agreement made and enforced by law. Made by people, which is enforced by law. Can you give me an example of some agreements? Or can you give me an example of any contract? What is this contract and all? What? Any example? Huh? Building contractor. Tell da macha. Sahi bere. Huh? Huh? Partnership contract. Yes. What is a partnership contract? Group of people come together. They enter into an agreement to do business. It's called partnership contract. And anything else you guys can think of? People, your day starts with a contract, your day ends with a contract. How, sir? Now, for example, imagine people, you guys have joined ArivuPro. What do you guys have with us? Contract. We have taken money. We are giving you service. It's a contract. People, when you want to come, okay, you want to start from your house. You want to come to the class or you want to go to the college. How do you go? Bus or cab or something you guys are going. You're paying. He's giving you something in return. What you guys have, that is called as contract. If you walk, you will die. Yes, sir. Now, people, what we are saying is, end of the day, around you, there are so many contracts you guys enter into. For example, you guys book something on Amazon. You guys book something on Flipkart. These are again called as e-contract, electronic contracts. Basically, you are entering into an agreement. You are telling that I want to buy something. He is telling that I am going to deliver it to you on so and so date. Now, this is a contract. You are feeling hungry. You guys order food on Zomato. It's a contract. Yes or no? You guys go to a hotel. You order food. It's a contract. Getting the point, huh? Yes or no? I don't know who da. I catch you much. It's the end of your life. Yes, sir. I'll be very funny, people. Class is absolutely fun. If at all I catch you much, Pakka, you will regret in your life. I'll tell you, promise on you, you will see heaven and hell. Trust me, you will repent for your entire life. The sweetest warning I can give you. Yes, sir. I'll tell you, you drop a pin, I'll hear. Now also I can pick you. You want me to, Huh? I can pick you, I can make your life go stars. I'll pick you. Yes, sir. So, always remember, I'll give you liberty, but don't take it. Yes. Come, have fun. Classes should be to have fun. That is all correct. But never, student has to be a student. Yes. All of you. Because I'll tell you, if we get a negative vibe, that is when here also will get a negative vibe. Getting the point? Yes, sir. Okay. Because, see, then generally, I'll never tell all this. Day one I'm telling you, that means I'm getting it. Yes, sir. So never do that. Never cross a line. Yes, people. Because if at all it is, you can tell it to me, people. If it's not working, it's not working. I can walk out, you'll get a new faculty. You're absolutely free. Yeah, you need not sit with force and all. For me, don't think of review, give you and all. Tell me, I'll walk out, I'll send a new faculty. As simple as that. Getting the point? For me, with me, you guys need not bear and all. If you guys, it's not working, it's not working. For me, it's very simple. I don't mind you guys go to last bench and sleep also. I told you, as long as you don't come in my way, I'm absolutely fine. Yes, sir. Yes. But end of the day, just remember, you're a student. Whatever it is, have fun, do everything. Everything is correct. Make sure you do not cross the line. Yes, people. I know your age. You want to make the people around laugh. You get that heroism feeling and all. That are not children only. Literal children. what do you say? Something which, I mean, I do not know. Once it comes with maturity. But people around me laughs and all. I feel like hero and all. Nothing. It doesn't work like that. Yes. So remember one thing: 5 people around you are, feeling happy, but one person sitting here is looking down on you. Yeah. So always remember that. So do not ever do that. I'll tell you one thing. If you maintain a good rapport with a person here, not me, it can be a person relevant to your industry as well. Tomorrow you guys need internships. You come here, you see, you just heat the bench and go. Nothing will change in your life. Now when your batch is done, in your batch I'll never ask for names. In my 4 years I never ask a student's name. Just make me remember your name. I'll never forget you. Yes, sir. The day any faculty remembers your name, at least whenever you guys need them the most, they'll be there for you. Cracking a joke and making 4 people laugh, they'll come when? When will they come? For what will they come? Or for what are you doing all that? Getting the point, You guys need internships. You guys need to travel a long way. So just keep that one thing in mind. Yes. Okay. Now, so what do you mean by a contract, people? As you guys said, what is that? An agreement? An agreement which is enforceable by law. You're not able to see here. It's too short. Isn't it full screen or font is very small? That means, oh, tell me if this is visible. Visible? Visible, huh? No. Write down. An agreement which is enforceable by law is called a contract. Huh? That is what you guys said. An agreement which is enforceable by law is called a contract. Okay. An agreement which is enforceable by law is called a contract. What do you mean by agreement? You said agreement is a contract is an agreement which is enforceable by law. But what do you mean by an agreement? Promise? Whenever I say like 2 people agreed, what do you mean by that? Someone would have asked you, you guys would have said either yes or no. If it's a no, it is not going to go forward. For example, you're standing on a road, you'll call for an auto, you'll say, Anna, I want to go that way. You'll say, I don't come. You will ask, okay, you take me wherever you are going. He will say yes. End of the day, you're asking, can you give me a lift or can you just take me with you? He will say yes. You have given an offer. Basically, I want to go here. Will you take me with you? I'll pay you for that. If at all he says yes, he is giving an acceptance to you. You have given an offer, he is giving an acceptance to you. This together is called as an agreement. What do you mean by an agreement? You guys have agreed. Agreed means how? For example, take ArivuPro. You guys have joined ArivuPro. How? You would have seen some ad or someone would have called you. Something has happened. But end of the day, there is an offer that come and join. We will teach. You guys have accepted. So end of the day, we are here. Now this is called as an agreement. Now what agreement do we have? We have an agreement that I will teach you, you will pay me. This is an agreement. Now this is called as people offer plus acceptance. What do you mean by agreement? Offer plus acceptance is called an agreement. Offer plus acceptance is called an agreement. Yes, sir. What do you mean by enforceable by law? What do you mean by enforceable by law? So people, for example, we have entered into a contract. What is that? For example, I'll teach you, you will pay me. Now imagine people, I came, I did my job. I whatever was my responsibility to teach, I've done that. If you guys fail to pay my money, now what I have is a legal right on you. I will come, I'll ask you. You guys had to pay, you didn't pay. Now if you pay here, the matter settles here. Imagine you do not pay. Now what will the academy do? The academy will take a step. Now what is that step, people? It may be a legal notice because you have a right over it. We had an agreement. Someone did not pay. You have a right to collect it. Now what we will do? I tried my best. I came, I asked. See, in a formal way, I cannot come. I cannot movie, filmy style and all. Gundas will come. They will come and recover and all. That will not work. Officially, formally, this is how you guys need to go. Now what do? I will come, I'll ask, I'll give you notice, you will not pay. Now what I will do, I'll go to the next authority, I will file a suit, I'll file a complaint in the court. The court will see our transactions, the court will see the evidences. If at all what we have entered into, if it is right, the court will come and rescue me. Meaning, instead of me, the court will send you a notice, the court will order to pay the money to me. Now, obviously, you will have to pay because you cannot go against the court's order. Now, whatever court did, now that is called as enforceable by law. Meaning, whatever the agreement we have entered, if it is valid and if it is legal, if something goes wrong, the court will come and rescue you, and that is called as enforceable by law. He will come and enforce our agreement. That is called as enforceable by law. So when an agreement is enforceable by law, it becomes a contract. When will the court help? The court will take your agreement. It will check certain parameters. If all these things are there, the court will help you. If all these things are not there, the court will not help you. So agreement will be taken. Now whatever we guys have entered, the agreement will be taken. The court will try to check that entire agreement. If everything is fine, people, the court will help you. So now what exactly will the court see in that agreement? If at all court will have to help me, what should be there in my agreement? Something called as essential elements of a valid contract. There is something called as essential elements of a valid contract. Essential elements of a valid contract. Essential elements means, people, if at all your contract is to be called a valid contract, if court has to help you, then all these things has to be there. If it is not there, court will not help you. If it is there, court will help you. Getting the point, huh? Yes, sir. Now, what are these essential elements? Before you understand that, understand one thing, people. In India, like, there are two types of law. One is called as public law, one is called as private law. What do you mean by public law? Public law is something you cannot change. You have to follow it as it is. Meaning, only this is a one way. You have to go only one way. You cannot go when the cop is not there, you cannot go in this way. Correct, huh? When he is not standing, sir, I'll go triple riding without helmet. Public law is a law made which cannot be tuned, which cannot be changed, which cannot be amended. It has to be followed as it is. Whatever the lawmaker told you to do, you have to do. You don't have a choice. If at all there is no triple riding, you cannot go. But what do you guys do? We'll go, sir. When he cop is there, I'll tell him, Macha, get down. Come till there. I'll pick you. That doesn't work. Because it is a public law, it cannot be bent. It is to be followed the way the lawmaker made it. That is called as public law. Public laws has to be followed as it is. You cannot change it. Getting the point? The next one is called as private law. Private laws, people, the entire power is given to you. You guys do it however you want. For example, the best example is Indian Contract Act. Meaning, the law just says whenever in a contract, if you suffer any loss, you can come to me. I will rescue you. How the contract is to be made, law doesn't say. It is left to the contract, it is left to the people's discretion. Meaning, how many people should sit in the class? Does Indian Contract Act say? How much fees should I charge? Does Indian Contract Act say? It is all left to the parties. Authority has nothing to do here. That's the reason it is called as private law. Private means what? You guys decide, it's your headache. If at all, Allah, listen, if at all, you guys are silent, in your contract you did not agree anything, then in such cases you guys can come and refer Indian Contract Act. Again I repeat, if your contract is pakka perfect, there is nothing, no problem at all. Indian Contract Act is just there, that's all. If at all there is something silent in Indian contract, I mean in your contract, something you guys have not agreed, for that you guys have to refer Indian Contract Act. So if your contract is absolutely fine and perfect, Indian Contract Act will not have much relevance to your contract. Apart from certain rights and liabilities, there is nothing else to do with it. When your act is silent, then only this particular thing will apply. Yes, sir. Why will this acts and all become so important? Just imagine, people. There was a person called as Sushant Singh Rajput. Yeah, you guys know about him. Now, imagine when this person committed suicide. He committed, right? When he had committed suicide, wouldn't he had agreed some movies? Something would have been in production. He would have taken some money. Contract is entered to act in a movie. In between, he passed away. Now, what will happen to the entire process? What about the movie? What about the producer? Now, who will you go and ask with? Did you guys agree in a contract? If it is there, okay. What if it's not there? What should the producer do? Come refer Indian Contract Act because it is a contract. Now, for example, your Swiggy, Zomato, or take your this one only, what is it? Amazon. He will say, I will deliver it to you tomorrow. What if he doesn't deliver tomorrow? Are you getting the point, all of you? You have a contract, you have a right if something happens. If at all it is clearly written, now in your Amazon contract, it is clearly written, the product's price is 2000. I will deliver it to you tomorrow by 5 o'clock. Everything is written. Now Indian Contract Act, there is nothing to refer for because you guys have agreed everything. If there is something which you have not agreed, that will come and sit in Indian Contract Act. That's the reason Indian Contract Act is called as a private law. Two reasons. One, you can bend it. Meaning you can do it the way you want as long as it is not illegal. Second thing is if at all your act is, your contract is silent, only then Indian Contract Act will apply. Understood, all of you? Okay. So now agreement enforceable by law is a contract. What is an agreement? Offer plus acceptance is an agreement. When will the agreement be called a contract? When certain essential elements are fulfilled, it is called as a contract. Now, what are these essential elements, sir? These essential elements, people, there are two types. The essential elements can be classified into two types. The first one, essential elements not given under section 10. Essential elements given under section 10. So now you guys know what is section and all. If I just go open Indian Contract Act, refer to section 10, whatever is given is what he is referring to. Yes, sir. So now what is telling people? They are telling, if at all court has to take up your case, certain essential things has to be present, it seems. Now where is that essential elements given? He is telling certain things are given in the act itself, certain things are not given in the act, but still they are important. It should be there. Certain things are there in the act, certain things are not there in the act. Now what is not there in the act, let us see first. You guys can have this only as a separate heading and under that I am writing. So you can just classify this as the first chart and next again which is given under section 10 we'll write again. Clear? Okay. So which is not given under section 10, you guys can have it as a different heading and write. I'll be writing 5. Essential elements not given under section 10. Two parties. It can be natural person. It can be natural person or other person having legal existence. Two parties, it can be natural person or other person having legal existence. The next one. Intention to create legal relationship. Intention to create legal relationship. Intention to create legal relationship. Other formalities, if any, are to be complied. If any are to be complied. Next one, it should be certain. It should be certain. Next one, possible to perform. Possible to perform. Possible to perform.
Copy down. What's your class length, da? How many? Forget about online. Offline? Generally, what is the strength? 50 to 60.
Copy down. Yes, sir. So what are the things people? If my agreement is to be called as a contract, they are telling I have to fulfill certain essential elements. Now, what are the essential elements? Certain things are given under section 10, not given under section 10. First, let us see what is not given under section 10. What is that not given under section 10? Meaning it is not forming of Indian Contract Act, but still it is important. How is it still important? How did these come into picture? I'll tell you as when we go to the next classes. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, what is that first one? They are telling you, if at all your agreement is to be called a valid contract, there should be mandatorily two parties. Meaning, there cannot be a single party and there cannot be a contract. Meaning what? This person I was seeing recently, that YouTube, what is that person? Nityananda. He says something, me talking to me in front of me and all. Have you seen this? So he says, my soul is residing in all of you. So I am talking to my soul only. He says something in all. Whenever I talk to you, he's telling I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me only. Something and all he will say. Yes, sir. Indians called him idiot. He went and he formed one island of himself, Kailasa. He owns one country, Kailasa. Yes, sir. So see, you kick him, he became one god only. He's a god there. He is worshipped. Yes, sir. Now, what they are telling people, a single person cannot enter into a contract. There should always be two parties. I'm writing something here, but I'll not be explaining this here. Once we are done with third chapter, that time I'll explain you what I'm writing here. But as of now, write it down. Yes, write down. State of Gujarat State of Gujarat versus Ramanlal S. Ramanlal S and Co. Ramanlal S and Co. Just write it down here, but we'll see what is this when we are doing third chapter. Yeah. Okay. So simple. It should always be two parties. So there should be two people. So there should be two person. Now who can be this person, sir? Is it always only a human? This they say people. It need not be only human. You can even enter into a contract with a natural person or even an artificial person. What is artificial person? Chitti robo? Companies, partnerships, LLPs, trusts, HUFs. How many ever types of entities are there in India? You can enter into a contract with anyone. The best example, you guys did not enter into a contract with me. You entered into a contract with the artificial person called as ArivuPro. Yes, sir. So they are telling the person need not always be an individual. A person can be anyone. It can be an individual or a non-individual as well. That's what you wrote. Natural person or other person having legal existence. Brackets if you want to write down a company. Example. That's all. Correct now? Yes, sir. Okay. Next one, people. Intention to create legal relationship. Intention to create legal relationship. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, what are these people intention to create legal relationship? Now, you guys only say people. Let us take, for example, there is a person. Now, say, for example, anyone wants me to give the example with your names? Your names, huh? You want me to take your names or random? Give our names, sir. What is your name, da? Pratham. Okay. Later, you guys only should not feel hurt and all. That's the reason. Anyone else, da? Who is Puneet, da? Why, da? Everyone makes you. Oh, then why you, da, Papa? Anyone else, da? Kirtana. Pavan, na? Pavan. Okay. Pratham and Pavan. Okay. Now, people, what happened? Any Salman Khan movie coming, da? Kisi ka bhai? It came, huh? It came, it went. It didn't tell only. Okay. People, there is something called Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ka Jaan. Okay, now what happened, people? Pratham and Pavan watched that movie. Pratham, people, Salman Khan movie saw Salman Khan body is like, hey, Pratham, Pavan, let us have the same body. Da. From tomorrow, let us go to gym. From tomorrow, let us build his body. Yes, sir. So Pratham and Pavan agreed. So Pratham wanted to go to gym. He asked Pavan, do you also want to join? Pavan said, yes, even I also want to join. Now, Pratham asked, is it okay like if we go at 6 a.m. in the morning? Pawan said, yes, absolutely fine. Now, Pratham people, what did Pratham do? Pratham agreed on that. The next day morning, like around 5:45, Pratham was waiting in front of Pawan's house. You know, he came in the bike. He's waiting. He's honking. Pawan didn't come. He waited another 10 minutes, 5:55. Pawan didn't come. 6 o'clock, Pawan didn't come. He's calling. He's just cutting the call. He's not receiving, switched off only. Now, people, Pratham is like deeply hurt. Full ego and all is completely hurt. Now, people, Pratham wants to take, revenge on Pawan. Now, what did Pratham do? Pratham said, in between us, there was a contract. What was the contract? Pratham asked Pawan, do you want to come to gym? Pawan said yes. So Pratham says, I gave you an offer. You accepted the offer. Offer plus acceptance is an agreement. Now, because you did not do what you agreed to do, I will go to court. Because I remember Sai sir said, if at all something happens, you can come to court, court will help you. So Pratham from there only with that bike, half sleeve shirt like this showing only, he went to court. Yes, sir. Now people in the court. Now Pratham is telling, sir, I want to file a case on Pawan. Now tell me whether he can file a case on Pawan or not. Why? Offer plus acceptance, no? So The court asks you one question. What is that? When you guys agreed, when Pavan, whether he comes or he doesn't come, when you guys agreed on this, did you have it in mind if that person doesn't come, I will directly take him to the court, I will not leave him as it is. Did you have this in your mind? No, it was a friendly contract for you. At that time, you guys did not have this legal thing and all in your mind. There will be a lot of times you guys will agree like this. Whenever certain things are agreed, at that time you will not feel if something this person doesn't do, I will take him to the court. You will not have that in mind. This is called as intention. Now what do you mean, people? Now imagine I launch a batch saying that I'll collect money and I'll tell you I will teach law. I'll not teach law. I've taken money. Now I'll tell you people, I'm so sorry, I was not able to teach law. Is it okay? What will you guys do? Strike. Strike. Huh? So people, I have agreed to do, you take any example, people. You guys have agreed on something. Let us take, for example, Amazon. You have purchased something. He says that I am going to deliver it to you on the particular date. What will you do if he doesn't deliver? Will you, huh? Again, he will not deliver. What will you do? You'll file a case. Why? Here you did not file. How come you are filing it there? You cannot file a case on Pawan. Why are you filing a case on Amazon? This is called as intention. That is the difference between commercial contracts. In commercial contracts, you always have an intention. What is that intention? If the other party does not do his duty, I will pull him to the court and I'll make him do. You will not leave him. Whatever is the near transactions that happens with your relatives, your friend, with them, you do not have that intention. If he doesn't do, I will take him to the court. That intention is not there. The lawmaker is telling, if at all the intention is there, I will take you, I will accept your case. If the intention is not there, I will not accept your case. So in your case, whenever there are a contracts between connected people, relatives, friends, the courts will not take it as a serious contract. The courts will not directly entertain them. Because the courts feel there is no intention for you for creating it as a contract. You guys just agreed few promises, that's all. The way you guys say at the end of the sem we'll go to Goa, but none of you will go. The Goa is just an intention, that's all. But are you guys serious about it? No. In the same way, you guys promise 100 things. A husband will say, Chinna, I'll give you 1 kg Chinna. Yes, sir. A husband will make 100 promises to his wife. Will he fulfill all of that? Absolutely no. Wife can go and file a case, huh? Why? There will be hundreds of promises they will be making. You cannot take everything to the court. Agreed, huh? 100%, huh? One day what happened, people? There were two couple. Okay, there was a couple people. They were living in a place called as Ceylon. Today's date, whatever is called as Sri Lanka. They were living there. Now, the husband was working in Sri Lanka. Wife was a housewife. The wife said, let us travel somewhere. It's boring in Sri Lanka, let us travel somewhere. Now, husband said, okay, where shall we go? They planned to go to UK. Yes, so as planned, they went to UK also. So when they were going in UK, they were having the vacation time. That time what happened, people? The wife started coughing rigorously. Coughing only. Completely. Vigorously. Without giving a pause. Morning to coughing only. Now people, they felt literally scared. So they went to a nearby hospital. In the hospital, people, in ICU, the doctor said, Ayyo, what? Whatever is your wife's situation as of now, she need a complete bed rest for a year. She cannot travel anywhere, especially to a place where there is this marine, basically what you say, coastal areas. But sad part is the husband's job is in a place which is coastal, that is Sri Lanka. You will have to go back. You don't have a choice. They asked, is it okay if we go back to Sri Lanka? The doctor said, no, you cannot go back to Sri Lanka because it's a coastal place. Our advice, it is better she stay back in the same place, UK, and she can take the treatment here. Once she is fine, then she can go to a place what she wants. So now what did the wife say? I don't know what to do. We'll have to do this. You will have to. I cannot come there. Now what is the way out? Husband said, you don't worry. Every month I'll send you some expenses so that you can take care of your medical expenses, your stay, your accommodation, everything here. So with that money, you need not have to worry. So with this promise, people, the husband left UK and he came back to Ceylon, that is Sri Lanka. As promised, people, month one, he sent some money to the wife for her expenses. Wife happy, husband happy, everything good. Second one, people, again he sent money as promised, wife happy, husband happy, everything good. Third month, people, husband did not send the money. Wife still okay. Wife is waiting. She thought something, the husband is held up with something, some money, monetary issues, because of which he could have missed. So wife is like little understanding there. She waits. Fourth month also the money doesn't come. Fifth month money doesn't come. Now the wife feels there is something actually fishy. He's not sending the money. Then something is happening. Seventh month he doesn't come. Eighth month doesn't come. Now what will the wife do? The wife calls up the husband and she asks, why are you not sending the money? You promised me to send, you have to send. Then or else how will I live here? The husband said, I will not give you any longer also, do whatever you want. Wife people straight away went to UK court and filed a case on the husband only. Wife filed a case on the husband saying that my husband had promised me to give me certain money, but he did not pay me the money as promised. Understanding? Now you guys are the judge sitting in UK. Now you tell me who will win the case. Husband or wife? When you say wife, that means husband has to pay the money. If you say husband, then it is okay even if the husband doesn't pay the money. So you tell me, you are the judge. Now this is what is presented in front of you. Who will win? Wife, because there was a agreement between them. Because you promised that you will pay, you will have to pay. Correct? Is this clear, all of you? Understood? Who will win? No, people. Husband will win the case. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕೇಳಿ Hey, Salman Khan, what happened? That is what we saw, no? What changed between friendship and Chinna, 1 kg Chinna? Same thing, no? People, what are we saying here, people? If at all there are 100 people, husband and wife exchange 100 promises. You cannot take all the promises to the court. Even when the husband said, I will pay you the money, I know it is serious. But in between husband and wife, there are these, whenever you promise, the wife had it in her mind that, hey, tomorrow you don't give, I'll take you to court. She had that intention. Did she have it? It's not a commercial contract. Intention is never present. The court will never take up this case at all. Meaning you cannot go to court. If you guys want, you settle it. Court will never accept the case. Court will never give a judgment. Agreement is there. Offer plus acceptance. Darling, I'll give you money. Offer is there. Darling said, okay, honey. Offer is there. Acceptance is there. Offer plus acceptance becomes agreement. But essential elements, intention is there? No. Hence, it is not a contract. Getting something?
Yes, sir.
So, offer is there, acceptance is there. End of it, what is the summary? Agreements are there. Not all the agreements will be taken up in the court. You guys can enter into hundreds of agreements. Not everything will be dealt there. Getting the point, all of you? So, for everything, you cannot come to court. It's clear, all of you? Okay. Okay. So, write down intention to create legal relationship. Understood? Pakka na? 100%? No. Okay. Whatever we just saw is the case law called Balfour versus Balfour. The case law is called Balfour versus Balfour. Sir, you just said You cannot enter into a contract with one person. Balfour versus Balfour means him versus him. How is it possible? The complete case law is actually called Mr. Balfour versus Mrs. Balfour. Surname after marriage. So all these cases are very old. That's the reason. See, two things. Is the name common in India, Balfour and all? Then why are we studying it? Now, where did the case happen? Ceylon, UK. Why are Indians reading it? Why are you reading it? Huh? Sir, you are teaching, we are reading. If you don't teach, we will not read. As simple as that. Correct, Oda? So, people, remember, when was the Indian Contract Act made? Who made it? Where did the case happen? Why are you reading it? Because your Indian Contract Act and UK's, Britain, basically British Indian Contract Act are same. Because they made the law here, relevance is 80% relevance is there. That's the reason whatever happened there, these are called as international judgments. Because our law is similar, the judgments can also be similar. Now, why did we read this case law? What is this case law? Tomorrow, say for example, Pratham and Pavan fights. Now, Pratham wants to file a case on Pavan. Now, if Pratham goes to court and files a case, now this case will be called, how will we have to tell it? We will tell it as Pratham versus Pavan. Sir, with this, what will we learn? The person who initiated, the person who filed the case, his name will be written first. Now, whenever I write Pratham versus Pavan, the person whose name will be written first, this person would have initiated the case. That's the reason we call him as plaintiff. Plaintiff means the person who initiated the case. The person on whom the case is filed is always called as a defendant. Clear? Yes, now, sir, Pratham filed a case on Pavan. Where did he file? Let us take, he filed it in district court. There are various courts. He goes to a district court. Now, let us imagine there was actually a contract between them. Yeah. So, there was a break. They did not fulfill the contract. So, Pratham filed a case on Pavan. Now, they went to the court. The court said, whatever Pratham is saying, it's true. Pavan has to pay penalty to Pratham. Imagine court gives an order that Pavan has to pay some compensation to Pavan. What is it? Pavan has to pay some compensation to Pratham. Court will pass an order. But Pavan is not okay with it. Pavan feels, hey court, how can you say that? I'm achhe pyare bacche. Yeah, how can you say this to me? Why will I have to pay this particular fine to Pratham? What you say is wrong. You cannot say this. So now, can Pavan do anything against court's order? Court only has given that Pavan has to pay money. Can he do anything now? Huh? Pavan has something called as, not there in a syllabus, but just understand. Why? Somewhere in the future, I will connect the point. Pavan has a power called as something called as appeal. Appeal means what, people? Whenever you have a problem, you first complain to a teacher. If a teacher is not able to fulfill your complaint, you will go to head of the department, HOD. Not able to fulfill your complaint, you will go to principal. For everything there is hierarchy. So the first hierarchy is you will go to district court. Your case, they will solve your case. If you are not happy, you can go to the next higher court. So if at all district court passes an order, Pavan can go and appeal. Appeal means you can ask for second opinion with the next authority called as High Court. It is the point, huh? Now who went to High Court? Pavan went to High Court, huh? Pavan went to High Court, huh? The case law now becomes Pavan versus Pratham. Oh, understood, huh? So always remember, generally, whosoever names is given first, he would have only started the case. But there can be a scenario of appeal as well. Yes, all of you? Basics of law. All these are basics of law. But in your scenario, appeal provisions are all very simple. I mean, it's not like too much important and all. Whosoever name is written first, they would have only initiated the case. Is this clear? 100%, all of you? Okay. Online, is everything clear, Anna? Okay. Balfour versus Balfour, is clear, all of you? What is a Balfour versus Balfour? Exact thing. Ceylon expenses UK. That case law is called Balfour versus Balfour. Now, why do we call it as a case law? Why do we had to read something that happened in 19th century? It's not today's case. This happened in 19th century. Why do we have to read it now? The reason is today's date with similar fact. Something again happens. The same judgment will be given to your judgment as well. The court will again not waste time. For example, COVID symptoms. They will say headache, cough, cold. Tablet is same. With 1% they would have tested. Now they call something as common symptoms. If you have it, the medicine is same. Will they again analyze everything? No. If symptoms are same, they will give the tablet. The same thing is this judgments. If facts are same, judgment will be same. Similar thing repeats, judgment will be same. They will again not invest time on in your case. That is the beauty of case laws. Understanding? 100% all of you. Okay. Third one, people, other formalities, if any, are to be complied. Meaning, people, in India, if at all you want to call it a contract, you will have to follow Indian Contract Act. But at certain times, what happens? It depends on where you guys are entering into a contract. Now, imagine if Arivu and you enter into a contract, only Indian Contract Act is applicable. But imagine, people, you guys go and open a bank account. You want to open a bank account? So they will give you some documents, you will sign it, whatever, if there is any amount to be paid, you will pay, they will open a bank account for you. In addition to Indian Contract Act, Banking Regulation Act is also applicable. You cannot follow only Indian Contract Act there. For example, imagine you guys have a bike. For the bike you want to pay insurance. Now again you enter into a contract. What is insurance? I will pay some money. If at all I meet with an accident, you will have to pay money for me. That is insurance contract. Now, in addition to a contract, again one more law is applicable. That is, people, Insurance Act. Getting the point? Now what they are telling you, the third condition, other formalities, if any, are to be complied. Now you tell me, people, let us take like this. For an example, imagine there was a person called A, there was a person called B. A agreed to sell his bike to Mr. B for 50,000 rupees. A agreed to sell his bike to B for 50,000 rupees. How did this sale happen? Let us look at it in reality scenario. A had posted a ad on OLX. I want to sell my bike for 50,000. B saw the ad. B gave a call. B agreed to buy the bike for 50,000. I will come and take the delivery tomorrow. B agreed. A agreed. Offer was there. Acceptance was there. It's a agreement. Now, obviously, they both are not friends. Correct? Commercial loan, you know this is. Yes, so intention is there. So it's a contract. Yes. Now, people, B promised to come tomorrow. B did not come. He waited for a day. B did not come the next day also. He waited for another day. B did not come. Now, A wants to file a case on B. Now, you tell me, can A file a case on B or not? Why? B agreed. Now A and B spoke over a call. B agreed over the call. I will come. Now can B come? I mean, can A file a case on B or not? Why? They have not made any written agreement. Everything was over a phone call, no? So with this, can A go and file a case on B or not? Obviously, because there was nothing in written. Understanding? Open your mouth. Understood? Yes, people. A can file a case on B. You guys are absolutely wrong. Sir, why, sir? Why, sir? People, according to Indian Contract Act, a contract can be written or oral. If A can prove that we entered into a contract, A can file a case on B. How he proves? Left to him. According to Indian Contract Act, written also valid, oral also valid. Sir, if you say like that, how do we prove, sir? You can prove it by audio recording, record the call, no sir, produce witness when this conversation is happening. If it is a third party watching it, bring him, again it's evidence. So oral agreements can be proved, but difficult in today's time. I'll tell you, there is two different perceptions. One is theoretical, one is practical. Theoretically, you can take oral agreements to court. You can take them to court. Practical scenario, it is very hard to win. It is very hard to win. Getting the point? People, there are 100 apps which can reproduce your voice. Today, I'm talking in today's date. Yeah, the celebrities, if you say oral agreements are valid, Shah Rukh Khan, 100 people will imitate him. 100 people will mimic him. Then they will just record one voice. I want to sell my Mannat. Mannat is Shah Rukh Khan's only, no? Shah Rukh Khan, I'll call myself. I'll say, hey, correct? I'll sell my Mannat to you. Yes, I'll take this to court. Sir, see, sir, hey, Shah Rukh Khan only, sir. Who will say, sir? Except Shah Rukh Khan, who else will say? Now, can I prove? Yeah, sir, everything is same. So that is what theoretically it is there. Oral agreements are valid. Practically, people, it is difficult to prove. Yes, both the perceptions understood. Now, sir, if at all you guys have to enter into an insurance contract, meaning bank, your bike, insurance. If at all you guys want insurance money, you cannot say, sir, I spoke to ICICI insurance over the call. See, call recording. It is not valid because whenever you are entering into an insurance contract, Insurance Act is also applicable. According to Insurance Act, until the insurance is in written form, it is never valid. So now here you cannot only see from Indian Contract Act point of view. For your contract, other law is also applicable. You need to fulfill the other law as well. Now, if you want to open a bank account, can everything happen orally? He'll ask you, sir, can you please sign this form? Hey, sir, orally I'm telling you, sir, orally contract is valid. Sai sir said. You can't say that because Banking Regulation Act says you have to sign your KYC documents. So you cannot see only from Indian Contract Act point of view. They are telling if at all there are any other things you need to comply, that should also be fulfilled. Understood? Just write down examples. Understanding it? Yes. Sir, if it's spoken, then there is no proof. Understood? Proof is there. Example, insurance contracts. Now, how we'll be seeing people? I'll be explaining you the entire concepts. Basically, if this comes, this is how it is, this is how it is. Now, what you guys will do, whenever I'm explaining you, you guys will only understand examples. You will never understand concepts. Yes, sir. He's telling, yes, sir. People, you will understand only examples. You should try to understand the concepts. Sir, what is the difference? Pavan versus Pratham was an example. You understood it. But you could not imply it in husband versus wife's example. This is what is reality versus theory versus exam. We will be seeing examples. In your exam, there will be case-based questions. They will give you a scenario. You will have to interpret this scenario into that particular example. Just the way you guys said, yes sir, husband, sir, wife will win. Understood? So in Pratham versus thing, you guys understood this scenario. You could not imply that in your practical scenarios. Getting the point? So now what we'll do, I'll give you one simple examples to understand, case law based examples to understand. After that, when I'm giving you assignment, I'll give you exam based proper questions also. We'll see how you guys will write. And after that, again, we'll discuss where you guys went wrong. Clear? So you will cover all three parts. Yes, all of you? Okay. And today or probably max by tomorrow, I'll tell the team to upload one video. The video will be on how to present your answers in the exam. So how to write your answers in the exam. Watch that video and come. Very important. From tomorrow, I'll not give your assignment today. From tomorrow, when you guys are writing the assignments, make sure you write the assignment in the format I'm telling you to write. The format I'll teach you in that video. Watch that video and come. Clear? For people, if at all there are any repeaters, the reason, see people, everyone, when you're coming to this course, everyone wants to do it. Knowledge wise, everyone know it. Then how come the passing percentage will differ? Major reason is presentation. You know it. That's a problem only, no? You know it. How do you express it? Getting the point? That is what you will practice. Write and practice. Getting the point? All of you? Yes. Insurance contracts. Insurance contracts should be in writing. Correct? Huh? It should be in writing. What time generally you go for a breakdown? 6:30? (6:15 to 6:30). So 15 minutes, huh? Okay. 6:15 to 6:30. And what will be the break time? 20 minutes. And 6:40 will come back until 8:45. There is another class. Again, there will be 10 minutes break. Okay. Okay. So yours is totally like 4.5 hours duration, huh? Actually, you guys are able to concentrate in all? Okay. That's why we need breaks, sir. Okay. Second one. Transfer of immovable property. Transfer of immovable property. Should be in writing. Should be in writing and registered. Should be in writing and registered. Copy down. Next one, people, certain. What do you mean by certain, people? Now, for example, you guys tell me whether this is a proper contract or not. Now, I'll give you, for example, I'll post the ad saying that from August 1st, I'm going to teach. If you guys are interested, you can enroll. You guys enrolled also, you paid an advance money. So I took the advance money as well. And what did I do, people? On August 1st, I came and I started teaching moral science. You guys said, sir, why are you teaching moral science? We thought you were going to teach law. Now, whatever we guys entered, you guys have given advance also. Now you want to take it back. I said, no, how can you take it back? You guys should have asked first only. I said, I'm going to teach. I'm teaching. Now, can you guys go to court and recover the money? No, why? Because contract is not valid. Why? People, we have entered into a contract. You have taken, I said teaching. I didn't mention. So, whenever a contract is not specific, Specific means people, we cannot just agree I will teach. Tomorrow, that is so vague. Now imagine how will court support you? Court will see the advertisement. It says he is teaching. He is teaching. No. What remedy you want? Sir, we assumed he's going. Assumed and all go out. Assumed is like Papa in court. You cannot say, Your Honor, I assumed. Assumed means go out only. So with assumptions, you cannot win a case. So what are they saying? It has to be certain. Certain means something which is definite. So give an example. Let us take for an example. I go to a shop. A goes to a shop. Yeah. Now A asks for, say for example, 100 liters of oil. B promises to deliver, but B does not deliver on the promised date. Now A people wants to go and file a case on B in the court. Now can A go and file a case on B in the court or not? Yes or no? Why? Okay, date, imagine people, date is say 3rd July, sorry 3rd August. On 3rd August, B did not. Okay, price is also at say 80 rupees per liter. Everything is agreed. Now can A go and file a case on B or not? Huh? Which type of oil, sir? There are so many types of oil. People, actually, that is the valid answer. There is a contract, correct? You go to court tomorrow. I will give you some cheap oil. Motor oil, I will give you. Waste oil, I will give you. I have agreed to give, I will give. People, the court will never support a word which is vague. Oil can be anything. Now, what judgment will court give? Court also doesn't know because you guys are not clear what you have agreed. So, court will say, oil, get out. You guys only decide. So, it has to be specific saying coconut, mustard, what oil it is. Getting the point? So, because this is not specific, these cases fall under uncertain. It is not sure. What is it? It's not specific. Courts will never entertain this. Clear, all of you? Right now. Certain meaning should not be vague. Should not be vague. Should be definite. Should be definite. Clear? Understood? Example, you can write down that oil only. Agreement to sell 100 liters of oil. So oil is not specific. Correct? The last one, people, possible to perform. What do you mean possible to perform? So any other name, example? Anyone wants to give your names? Example. So no, sir. Give da. Anyone wants to be an example? See, you can be an example for the class. Krishna. Okay. Now Krishna people wants to clear CA. Krishna comes to me. Sir, I don't know what, sir, but I want to clear CA. So I'll tell Krishna, do one thing. Tomorrow, somewhere around 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the midnight, come with 4 chilies, one yellow color nimbe lemon, yes, and bring a bunch of neem leaves, tight, big bunch, yes, come around 2:30, we'll do and Shudra Yaga Puja. So Krishna will come at 2:30. I'll make him sit in one mandala. I'll squeeze lemon on him. I'll take neem sticks. I'll say, Krishna, with every hit, you'll get 1 mark. You tell me, Krishna, how many you want? Sir, 200 sufficient, sir. I don't want more. I just want to pass. Yeah, fada. Yes, people. Till now, let us take Krishna. Now, after that, Mr. X. Now, people, we did all this. Mr. X wrote the exam, but X did not clear. Yes, sir. Now, X wants to file a case on me. Can he file? Offer was there. He has paid also. Acceptance was there. Nimbendu Fatafata and all we did. Shudra Puja and all we did not. Huh? People then, I agreed that he will pass. He did not pass. It's not legal. Huh? Is it? They are making so many movies. Huh? No. Huh? Disclaimer. Huh? Saying it may or may not happen. In that stock market. Huh? Subject to market risk. Huh? These people. So, the next thing is, you can enter into a contract. The court will help you. End of the day, use your brain. What is that? It should be possible to perform. You cannot say, sir, you took money, sir, you cheated me, sir. You are only telling it is a cheating. Then how can you call it a contract? Is it possible to perform? If it is not possible to perform, it is not a contract at all. Getting the point up. All of you? Yes. Okay, possible to perform. Possible to perform can be like anything. For example, I promise to sell you something. For example, imagine I promised that I will sell you my bike. But last week only, my bike met with an accident. So the bike is actually not there. But I promised to sell you my bike, which is not there at all. Now, can I sell you something which is not there? Not possible. Now, this comes again under not possible to perform. Getting the point up, but to this there is more to add, but just giving you an example. Yeah. Okay. It must be capable of performing. Yes, Krishna, how many marks you want? Example, what you will write? Let Krishna on the black magic. Yes, or it can be something like you jump from the Burj Khalifa. I will give you 1 lakh rupees. I can give you, but I just have to keep it on your body. That's all. So something which is possible to perform. Yes. Clear? Huh? Okay. So these are certain essential elements which is not given under Indian Contract Act. There are certain things which are given under Indian Contract Act as well. That is what is our next topic. We'll go for a break and come, or we'll start it off. Sir, we come only for break. Okay, go for a break and come. But 15 minutes, sir, what is it? Okay, sir, no discount. We'll go for a break, 20 minutes.